Hello. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I'm treating myself to a little day to myself today, and kind of having a think about how the New Year's going to look, how last year looked, what I could have done differently. Um, the biggest thing for me last year, which actually started around probably a month before the New Year, was working with, you can see it, Course in Miracles. Um, Working through the workbook, engaging in daily spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, and contemplation. Um, I've got to say, this is fantastic stuff. You can feel ecstasy every day, really, an ecstasy that's unbridled in the physical world. Like so much. What you're doing is you're taking yourself into the reality of oneness, and you're dissolving your ego. Um, you can have an intense mystical experience of unconditional love all day, every day, working with this book. It's amazing. So I set to work on the workbook probably from December 2018 up till about April. Barely missed a day. Got a little bit distracted by things. I got led into a really deep study of Platonic dialogues, which is fantastic. But yeah, I've decided, you have all this spiritual theory, but it's the practice that makes the difference, and it's the experience of God or truth, if you want to call it, which is the important thing. And we need to practice so we don't fall back into this world and fall into fear and into ego. So because I stopped or got distracted around April time, picked it back up, put it back down, I just kind of been considering where I want to go with things. So it looks like I got up to review 6, which is a review of the previous lessons. I think I got a little way into this. It's fantastic stuff, this one, because you're starting every day saying, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Then there'll be another little lesson for the day which you review, but the theme throughout several days is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. You're perfect, absolutely perfect, just as you are. I like this lesson here. I trust my brothers who are one with me. No one but is my brother. I am blessed with oneness with the universe and God, one creator of the whole that is myself, forever one with me. And any time perhaps you came across someone and you felt yourself judging them, or pretty much anyone, you just say, I trust my brothers who are one with me, and take back that fear-based projection that you put onto your brother or sister. I like this. I was considering maybe starting again. I mean, this is a thing that course students do worry about. I mean, the whole thing, you're just learning oneness over and over and over, so you haven't really got to overthink this stuff. I did think about going back to the beginning, because there's some great stuff in there. Absolutely great. Really, the first perhaps 50 lessons, you're undoing the ego. You're seeing how this physical world is an illusion. And as what I'd say is, don't just read the text. Do the lessons, and you're going to understand that this physical world is an illusion. You're going to begin to undo the ego. Some brilliant. I'm just flicking through trying to find some examples there. So bear with me. I'm never upset for the reason I think. That's a good one. I am not angry at for the reason I think. I am not afraid for the reason I think. I mean, this is brilliant. Lesson 1 is good. You just look around. Nothing I see in this room or on this street or from this window in this place means anything. And you just look at, say, this table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. And it builds on. You've got your lesson 3. I do not understand anything I see in this room. Lesson 4. These thoughts do not mean anything. I'm kind of convinced. I've almost convinced myself to start again. Just as I read through this, I'm going to have to give it a little bit of thought tomorrow, because I do like how the workbook kind of carries on from here, really. You know, as I get through this review, we're then going into deeper practice periods. Lesson 223, God is my life. I have no life but his. And there's kind of like a very long prayer that you'd say to yourself, and I think you then just sit and let God speak to you. My true identity is so secure, so loftily sinless, glorious and great. God is with me. I live and move in him. I mean, I'm kind of thinking of moving on as well to some of Joel S. Goldsmith's stuff, which is in a similar vein. Who knows? Maybe I will go back to the beginning, start again, because there's some very fruitful lessons there. I have to give it a bit more thought.